Hello, welcome back to Nails by Sora. I hope you're all doing well. So on today's agenda is another challenge from Blue Rose Nail Talk on Facebook. And it is short almond, which I am not going to be doing short almond because I use my short almonds for my own nails. And I have these specifically for my demonstrations and, playing around. So I generally don't do the length or shape that's suggested. I like being contrary, I guess. But one of the topic is what's called, not name brand, designer brands. So I chose Coach. So I'm actually doing an abstract design of the Coach logo, which uses an off-white, more like a cream, like a burnt sienna, or burnt umber, which I think sienna, brown, and then gray. So that's going to be like a free-handed swirly background with the logo on top of it. Then we're supposed to use charms or gems or rhinestones. So I'm using this new box of rhinestones that I got the other day from Lizette Gel Nails, Lizette Cruz. And then we're supposed to use caviar beads. So I think, not really sure. I want to use the champagne rhinestones, and I'm not really sure that the silver caviar beads goes with it. So I do have, where are they? These rose gold caviar beads. So they may go better with the champagne. I'll have to think about it and get back to you on that. But first I want to start out with doing the kind of swirly design on the nails. So I'm going to take one of my liner brushes, and then I'm also going to take my thin round brush, and I'm going to lay out the colors on my palette. Just in stripes, kind of as if I was going to do a marbling effect, but I don't think I'm going to swirl them together. I do need to paint a background though. I think I'm going to go with the cream as my background color. I'm just placing them side by side, not touching. So I'm using a mixture of Madam Glam and efile. Efile is from The Nail. You can find it from Zillabu, which is an Asian nail product distributor located in New Jersey. So I've got my colors right here. And now I'm going to take my nail and I'm going to do 2 coats and cure for 60 seconds in between. All right, so I've got my 2 coats. The polish was actually pretty opaque with the first coat, but I did want to go through and put that second coat on there. You want to do that for nail structure also. If you're doing this on a client or on yourself, you want to build up those extra layers just for strength and durability. So got my 2 coats. I'm now using my blooming gel so that I can spread the color across the nail. And as I said, I'm not going to mix the colors together. I'm just going to scoop it up because on the reference image, it's kind of like a, what would you call it? Like a camo. So I'm just going to kind of pull it across the nail. Now, ordinarily I would be wearing gloves, but I'm running low and I want to try to save them for school. Working with clients, I do have an order that I placed with Amazon, but I'm not sure if I'll get it in time for classes on Friday. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm not going to use my finger. I'm going to be smart and I'm going to use a lint-free wipe. And what you want to do is just pull the excess polish away from the edge of the nail. And that's going to prevent flooding of the cuticle. And it's going to just help create even lines because we've now flooded the nail itself with a lot of extra gel polish, and you want a smooth top coat. So I'm going to drop this into the lamp for a 90-second cure just to make sure it's cured all the way through, and then we're going to go in with the logoing. Okay, so now I placed on my palette the 5 colors that we're using. I actually added a darker gray because I noticed it in the iconography. And I'm going to do a top coat of matte so that I can paint over the design more easily. Now there is unfortunately a little bit of warping and wrinkling from the gel shrinking in the lamp. Unfortunately the layers were a little thicker than I would have liked. The gel top coat, the matte top coat rather, should even it out. But be careful when working on your own nails or on clients. You will need to remove that layer because that means that there's improperly cured gel and you don't want to cause gel allergy. All right, so unfortunately I did have to redo the nail. And it's unfortunate because I really did like the pattern a little bit better on the left nail than on the right. I love this as a marble effect, but it's a little bit busier than I would have originally wanted it for the design. There's just a little bit too much pock marking and buckling in the gel. I don't know if you can see it a little bit around here. And if I took, let's see, if I were to take one of my cuticle tools and dig at it, I'd be able to lift it, and you can tell that there's uncured gel underneath, which is really bad when you're dealing with clients. Doesn't matter so much when you're doing it on a fake nail just for, practice, but you should practice the way that you're going to actually do it on a client and yourself. So that's going to get thrown in the garbage. And we'll continue on with this nail, which is all ready for the next step, which is hand painting the C logo. Now the way it is on the nail, I'm gonna try to do it with the different colors as they have it in the logo. Hopefully it'll show up with the busy background. But basically what you do is you do a circle. No, that's not gonna work. All right, let's wipe that off. I was gonna say do a circle and cut out the center for the opening of the C, but then the circle wouldn't be hollow. How am I going to be able to hand draw this? I actually draw. And then I take a cleanup brush that's small enough, and I remove the center. Then I can go around and clean it up a bit. Now there's another one that's facing it, but I think I want to cure this first before I go on. Or do I want to take a chance and mess it up? Let's take a chance. Because otherwise I'll be here all night doing one C at a time. By the way, my air conditioning's not working. I'm in Florida. It's still 85 degrees during the day. Kind of makes me wish for snow, but not really. Okay, now I am going to cure it because I don't want to have to redo 2Cs. And they're in pretty good shape, if I do say so myself. So I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds, and then I'm going to go in and do the rest of the Cs across the entire nail. Alrighty, So we finished our logos. Some are a little out of line with each other. As I was getting narrower and narrower down the nail, I was having trouble adjusting. And I'm kind of thinking I want to outline them, but I'm not sure because I don't know if that's going to make it look, that's not the one I wanted. I don't know if that's going to highlight the fact that they're out of alignment or if it's going to make it them stand out in the background a little bit more. So I'm going to do a few of them. Maybe I won't do every one of them. I'll do like every other. We'll see. I could always wipe it if I don't like it. It is a miracle that I didn't just draw a line all across the nail, because my lovely Soleil is wending her way through my legs again, and her tail went underneath the arch of my foot, which I am very ticklish. And I gasped, and I did one of these where I like slightly moved the brush, but I did not. Soleil, stop it, please. I did not falter. Do we like that? What do we think? Let's do another one and see what we think. I'm thinking I don't like it because I can't get a clean line. It's too small. Soleil, come on, stop. So maybe just the two that are facing each other. Well, they're not facing each other, but they're on top of one another. Oh no, I think it highlights that there are two different shapes and sizes, but I'm gonna cure it anyway, and then I wanna actually create a border in silver.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
So going into the next nail, I want to actually do the Coach logo, which could be a problem. Because it is a logo, which means I have to replicate the way it looks. So it is a serif logo, which means it has the caps on it. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. So I'm going to start off by muddying up the nail. Of course, why not? Let's try that again. So I'm going to start off with the rounded part of the C, and it's thicker at the back end. And then it goes around into the circle. And it is rounded on the inside as well, top and bottom. And then the bottom part kind of just ends. I will fix that trailing line. And then the top one goes up into the serif. I'm gonna make the back end a little wider. I think that's actually pretty good. I think it should be wider. It's a little bit more round than oval, but I think I'm going to keep it as is. I'm a little irritated because I did want to put in the bounding box, but now I don't think I have room for it because I'm a little too left-centered. You know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's start the C over here instead. Not loving it. well, it shrinks down to the shape of the nail, which will just have to be, because I carried the large C and that isn't moving. Just going to try to clean up the edges a little bit. I will go over all the letters again just to darken them because I am using regular gel polish. I don't have a brown gel paint, otherwise I would be using that. But it'll allow me to correct the bleeding edges and make it a little bit more clear. All right, so for the border, which I still don't think I can fit in because now it's too far right versus too far left. It has this bounding box. That is 2 straight lines, top and bottom. Then you've got one on the right and one on the left that are not, they don't go top to bottom to meet the horizontal lines because they're connected by a little cutout. Now the one in the picture is a double line that actually goes further up. So it's a double line, which I definitely will not be able to fit in. But what I am going to do is just make it a little bit thicker because I want to put in the caviar beads. So that's the basic shape of it. I'm going to thicken it on the interior because I don't want it to go off the edge of the nail. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so I'm going to just touch up a few corners, cure it, and then do another coat. All right, so I clearly forgot to explain what I'm doing here because there's no audio with the video, except for the audio of me watching a movie while I was doing this. But basically, I'm using my Makartt Gem Gel, and it's got a very thin spout on the top. You can remove it, and there's a brush. But I didn't want to flood the nail with gem gel, so I'm using the spout. And now I'm using my water marbling tool to, I dipped it in the gel first to get a tacky coat. And now I'm picking up the, what turns out are Pixie crystals, and putting them, attempting to put them in a straight line for the bounding box to create this glittery gem accent to the nail, to the logo. But I was having difficulty with it, A, because they're not flat back, they're pointy backed, and B, they're not caviar beads, which are round, which is what I thought they were initially. And I have to look it up on Daily Charm, which is the brand, because I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't have ordered Pixie crystals because I generally speaking don't like working with them because they're difficult to work with. And I could have sworn they said caviar beads, so I'll have to look it up and check. But either way, I'm doing the left part of the logo first, getting them in as straight of a line as I can, pushing them and lining them up with the water marbling tool. Then I'm going to cure it, and then I'm going to do the top line, the right side, and then the bottom line to finish it off.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover, agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond dawn. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no.
Okay, so the third nail is going to be a gem nail, and bear with me because I don't do gem nails. I'm wondering if I even want to use this gem glue or if I want to switch to base gel. Let's see. You want to use a good amount of gel, especially for the larger ones. I'm going to be curing in between placements of the large ones just so that they don't move. I've got my wax tool. My other wax tool, which I prefer because it actually works, is in my toolkit for school. Come on. Now, the problem with placing them like this is I've got that edge that I'm going to have to build up. Otherwise, if it was on an actual person, I'm getting white on the gems. Great, I'll have to wipe that. If it was on an actual person, it would catch in their hair and whatnot. This is just alcohol that dribbled. But I'm going to cure this, and then I'm going to build up some more gem. Actually, more gel, actually. All right, so I really didn't think I was going to like this nail as much as I do. I've never done a full jeweled nail like this. I've done designs. I did one last year where I recreated a necklace that I have, which is a khemza, the hand. I did it all in caviar beads, and I had so much fun doing it because I truly love working with detail like this, and I just find it so much fun and a little blinding because you're trying to see, especially the caviar beads, which I'm disappointed because these aren't really caviar beads. They're more Pixie crystals. So I had trouble seeing them nesting in the glue. And I think I have some overlapping and whatnot, which isn't that big of a deal. Right now, I'm just brushing in some matte top coat to go over the glue that's coming out from the sides, and also to even out the surface since I do have the pooling of the glue. And also you want to make sure that the gems are really encased in gel. So I'm pushing it up underneath the gems. You can go over the caviar beads or the Pixie crystal. No, caviar beads, yes, you can go over with glossy top coat. I definitely wouldn't use matte top coat if you're going to fully encapsulate them, because then you're just going to dull the shine. But when you're going over, or around rather, crystals that have facets, you want to make sure that you don't go up over the crystals, because then you're just going to dull the facets and they won't have that shine. So I'm going to go and cure this again. I'm going to polish up the crystals because I have the wax tool I was using was leaving white marks all over it. I'm not very happy with that, but I'm going to clean up and come back to wrap up. All right, so here we have our finished Coach nails. I really enjoyed the process of making this. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I think out of all three of them, the Coach nail is my least favorite because the caviar beads, well, first of all, I got the matte top coat up against the edging of the Pixie crystals. And I just think that it kind of bloats and distorts the logo. Not that it's not distorted to begin with, because it's kind of goes from large to small. But I enjoyed doing it. I love the crystal nail. I really do. Please leave your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. If you have any questions, please put them down below as well, or suggestions for upcoming content. And I'd love it if I could get a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Yesterday